Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Ooni of Ife is alleged to have been shocked to his bone marrow after what he found out in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Report has reached us that Tade Oil has come into Ile Ife. That is a group of filling stations that will be around the western part of the country, starting from Ile Ife. And the oil name, the station is called Tade Oil. So, Tade Oil is an initiative that is coming from the oil and gas uh, uh, company, okay? So, it's Tade Oil. So now, before the before the oil well was finalized, they say Oni bought so many different plots of land for Tade Oil close to the road. They said that he bought a lot of land that they will use to establish filling stations close to the road. I told you, the oil and gas company, he basically said is for Tadenikawo, and Naomi will be heading that oil and gas company. She will be trained properly and all of that. But this Tade Oil, you know that when people own oil wells, they also own filling stations, a lot of them. And this is the first time Oni will be owning filling stations, even though he said it's for Tadenikawo. So they said he made preparation and bought lots of lands for this Tade Oil in Ile Ife. Now, one of those plots of land that he bought, they said he bought from one of his chiefs, okay? One of his chiefs who sits there in the palace all the time with him and everything. He's a member of the Council of Elders, a member of the Kingmakers, a member of Udua Council. They said they are there like friends and everything. Now they say he bought this oil, this company and all that, and he paid and got documentation. According to the lawyers, they say they got documentation for this paper and all of that. But the news that I'm going to bring to you is going to hit you hard, because what we are finding out right now from what we are hearing, they said the same chief that Kabiyesi bought this land from said it went and sold the same land again to Olori Ronke. That Olori Ronke bought the same land, that same land, and said that she wanted to use it, or she's using it for her I don't know. They say she wants to use it for some kind of fashion, something about fashion close to the road, where people will be coming all over the world to come and get trained on how to do adire. And we do know that there is an adire company right there in Ile Ife. Is she going to open too, or she wants to gradually, move and start her own right there in Ile Ife? We do not know. But what is getting everybody concerned right now is the fact that they said this Tade Oil, that land had already been purchased by the Ooni of Ife. So they now sold the land. Okay, so let me tell you how they found out from what we are hearing allegedly. They said that a few weeks back, like almost 3 weeks ago, that this man who sold the land to Kabiyesi had come to the palace to inform Kabiyesi that it's a family land, and the family, they are saying they don't want to sell the land, that he was going to make refunds. And they said yes. So through Oni's office and lawyers, he was able to make refund for that land. Oni just let it go. Nothing happened. Of course, it's one of those things. He's oonirisha. He can get any land of his choice wherever he wants to get it. But what we are hearing right now is that the discovery that was made was that the person who purchased this land had purchased this land in the name of somebody they all know, and that person they all know happens to be an aunt to Olori Ronke. So now, as when Oni got this information, Oni was very shocked. Allegedly, it's important for you to know that these are all alleged information. That Oni was very, very shocked. So Oni decided that they should dig deeper. And what we're hearing was that when they're digging deeper, they now found out that that land was actually purchased for Olori Ronke, and that Oni of Ife could not believe his ears, could not believe his eyes. That he sat down like in a way that somebody that is weakened by what they have had. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy juice from the source. It's still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you. I love you. I'm grateful. I'm thankful to you. Thank you so much for all you do for this channel. I sincerely appreciate you. If you're coming here for the first time, I appreciate you. Please subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. And do not forget to turn on your notification bell. It's not a small something. They say this land that was bought for Tadenikawo was sold to one person and to another person and to another person. And they found out that it was even Olori Ronke who bought that land, because they said she had already heard that that land was going to be used for Tadenikawo, that is in a choice place by the roadside, that perhaps she didn't like it, and that was why she went ahead to go and buy it. That she's from a royal family, and things like these are things that are very easy for her to do. She is from Ife. Perhaps because she knew the king, or she knows the king who was selling the land, or the chief who was selling the land, she decided to go and convince them not to sell that land to Queen Naomi, because of course anything that Ooni of Ife is doing, whether Oni says is doing for Tadenikawo or anything, they don't listen. What they know that is for Olori Naomi. So maybe this time, just maybe this time, they didn't want that to happen for Olori Naomi again, and that was why she went to go and buy the land. But the thing is that they say Oni was so shocked. Oni could not believe it, that this level of envy they have not seen. Okay, so you're buying this land. What happens to other land? Because Oni will still do what he wants to do. Oni will still build his study oil. He may not necessarily have to build it in that land. He will build it in so many other lands, because there's even in Akure he bought land that Tade oil is going to be a household name right now in the West, because they want to rain filling stations all over the place for Tadenikawo. That is Tadenikawo's investment, future investment, to see how he can grow and become the best that he can be. The father is a king, a young king at that, a vibrant, intelligent, educated, king. And so it beholds on him to prepare, everything that he needs to prepare to ensure that Tadenikawo's future is sure, okay, by God's grace. And when a man loves a woman, there's nothing that man will not do for the woman, and there's absolutely nothing that man will not do to prove to that child that comes from that woman that he is capable and he is willing to do whatever it is that he needs to take to give the child the best of everything, which is exactly what the Ooni of Ife is doing. They said this came as a very serious shock to him, and that's why people are saying, Kabiyesi, you need to be very, very careful. These are all alleged gist. I'm going to bring you more update. Thank you.